Hey guys, welcome to the Investor's Guide of Memphis Real Estate. I'm your host, Dean Harrison. As always, I'm with Douglas Skipworth. How are you, buddy?
Hey man, doing great.
We're bringing you the podcast to give you the boots on the ground knowledge to be a successful real estate investor here in Memphis, Tennessee. Please like and subscribe to the Investor's Guide of Memphis Real Estate on your YouTube channel, Spotify, Apple Music, Facebook, wherever you want to listen or watch. Show sponsors are listed on the bottom of your screen. We would not be able to do this show without them. Run our own personal businesses without them. We couldn't do it. Triumph Construction, River City Title, Corlin Financial, CrestCore Property Management, and Will Griffin with Griffin, Clift, Everton, and Mashmeyer. So happy to have those guys on board. I help buyers and sellers every day. Dean at CrestCore.com. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. I'll get you engaged with the team, get you a buyer link set up so you can start receiving the houses that we're sourcing for you on the daily basis.
Yeah.
All right, Douglas, today we're going to talk about, as our last podcast of 2024 here, we're going to talk, which is wild.
Wow.
We're going to talk about a little bit about what we're going to see in 2025. This one will be maybe a little more brief podcast than normal, but I just wanted to go through kind of as we're heading right into the thick of the holidays. I think Christmas is, right around the corner here. So as we're going into this, I want to talk about what's going to come in 25, what we think when we get out our little crystal ball is maybe Alec can throw us a crystal ball right here. So whatever I can see in the future, whatever I think is going to happen based on my experiences here, I'm going to give it to you. So a lot of this you can probably feel like is the gospel, and some of this might be just, sand through, quicksand or something you're sinking in. So anyway, I think big things are coming in the first half of the year. I believe that consumer confidence is going to be up. I believe that interest rates are going to begin to tick down some. I feel like we're going to return to an atmosphere where everyone is eager to move. If you talk about the residential group and the owner occupant, I think there's some pin up, pin up demand there.
Huge.
And I think when the rate begins to come down, those folks are going to get back out again. I mean, think about this year. This year has been this entire year has been a skyrocketed rate compared to what we were 3 years ago.
Yep.
Right. And if you had that rate and you've been thinking about moving, you couldn't move because the rate was so high, 8%, 8.5%. I think we're now into the sixes, right? High sixes, low seven.
Yeah, high sixes.
So, you can get an interest rate now on your home in the 6.
Yeah.
So we're beginning to tick back down. I've always said this, and I got this from the National Association of Realtors, but for every quarter of a point that the rate drops, 4 million buyers enter the market.
Okay.
That's nationally. So every quarter of a point that the rate drops, 4 million buyers nationally enter the market. So if you think, a lot of people were using those analogies as like, hey, you got a higher rate now, but a lower price, you can refi later. For those of you who planned and did that, I think you'll have an opportunity to do that in 25. Now, from an investor standpoint, I think the gate's wide open.
Yes.
I don't have anything that I'm looking at that's going, whoa, let's pump the brakes in 2025. Inventory. That'd be the only thing I think that might stunt some of the ability of some investors.
Oh man, I didn't even bring it, but inventory, last I checked, and this was in the last 3 weeks or so, was, you remember we went down to like historic lows, and I say down over a decade, to historic lows a couple years ago, and it's gone back up. So there's plenty to choose from. It's not a seller's market per se,
no,
but it's a what I call a normal market. It's not a buyer's market, not a seller's market. It's a good, normal, healthy market where houses are sitting on the market. You can make offers. You can use loans. You can get concessions. You can get...
Yeah, about half my deals that we're closing in December, which we're having a good record December, but about half of them are deals with loans.
Okay.
So people are using a mortgage now.
A year ago, it was almost all cash.
I know. A year ago, this time it was all cash.
Yeah.
We might have had 1 or 2 hard money loans. There were very few conventional loans coming through.
Yeah.
We just weren't seeing it.
And then now it's moved kind of that. But
we talk about that pendulum swinging,
Yeah.
you know, and at one point it's like, hey man, buyers are in control. You know, we're dominating this. And then the other sellers are just killing us, man. They're dominating this entire process right now. I think we're treading right in the middle.
Yeah.
I think you can go get a good deal if you want. I think you might find a house that's in demand and in a great area that you're going to have to pay for still, right? So there's going to be some give and take, I think, with both of those things in 25.
Yeah. I mean, I thought one of the things I thought about, and this is just want to just a good chance in 25. Remember 2023? This time last year, we were sitting here going, "Hey, Dean Harris and his team, #1 volume transaction and dollar amount.
Yep.
Realtor in Memphis.
Yep. But that was in 23.
That was in 23.
Yeah. Going back to
24. Probably going back to back in 24.
So if you
going back to, so all I'm saying is like, I'm expecting that in 2025.
I don't see why there's not.
Yeah.
I don't have any, like, I've talked to a lot of folks in the industry, and there's certain sectors of real estate that are really struggling. And I do feel for those folks and that are in that line of work and in that business. All of my investor colleagues, all of my other agents that are selling investment deals, you know, we're all thriving. We're all busy. We're all moving. My lenders that are working with me are busy. Property management I'm talking to all the time. I mean, there's
Corland.
I can't Corland. I can't. We're all closing and busy.
Yeah.
So
that's good. That's a good point. It's not just you.
No,
it's all the show sponsors. It's the people we're talking to, we're working with, all your competitors, everybody in
River
town.
City Title told me they were closing 67 deals this month.
Congratulations,
as a title
April.
company. I know Will's got probably half that or more. A lot of his business is totally focused on that. But I
talked to Corland. They're having the best December they've had.
Okay, so see, that's what I mean. Everybody across the board.
You just said you're having
busy.
one of the best
This is probably my best December ever. Probably.
You know?
Just because we've had
because it's typically a harder time.
Typically, it's harder right now, but we've had a seller that's been interested in selling off a big group. So,
which also means there's a lot of buyers buying those properties.
No kidding. Well, I'll just tell him. I had a guy come in beginning in October. He had 122 houses here in Memphis. He wanted to sell. We listed half, and then the other half. There's some left, some good options left, but. The people that are buying those were closing, I think, 50 of those, 55 of those in December of just his package. I had one package of 21, 20, I think 22, maybe 20. The rest of those 30 or 35 or whatever are onesies and twosies of separate individual investors. So the investors are coming, and they're not all cash. They're coming in buying these with loans, 80 and 90 and 100 and $120,000 houses. We're getting good loans on. So if you
that's the momentum. That's the momentum going into. I mean, I saw a headline. I should have printed it. 20 CEO confidence at high. I can't remember if it's all-time high or the past 3 years. But the whole point is like looking into next year. People are excited.
This time last year. In December, I closed 11 deals, 11 houses. In January, we did 7. It's just slow times, man. You remember that? The rates and all that. And look at the difference in this year and what's happened and what's going into next year. We've got a 19 or 20 already for January. So it's, if you tell me that times are tough, it's slow, it's whatever, you're just not necessarily applying yourself. And I'm going to tell you in 2025, if you're one of those folks that's like, it's looking for you to slap you in the face, like it's the slap has happened. Yeah. 25 is here and there's going to be opportunity for lower rates.
I've talked to some of the show sponsors, and I know that the Corland and I know Property Management are planning for bigger years in 2025.
Right.
I know both of them are ending the year and starting the year in a better position than they were this time last year.
Which sounds like that's
because that's investors who are doing things.
So we're all kind of
buying and selling.
So it's no coincidence. It's just me that's busy. It's not.
That's a great.
Everyone that's affiliated with us is busy, and I'm not selling every rental house that there is.
Wish you could.
Wish we could.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm light bulbs are going off for me. Going, hey, you're really hitting on something that everybody.
Yes.
It's not just one.
Yes.
It's everybody.
Every plumber I know is so busy he's pulling his hair out.
Every contractor, Triumph Construction.
Triumph Construction is so busy. Like I'm telling you, everyone is busy, and we're not busy on owner-occ. Nobody on this list is owner-occ stuff.
Yeah, unfortunate for them, but good for investors.
Good for investors and good for the people that are affiliated with investors. It's like,
which is why you are in this business to begin with.
Oh, if you really want to talk about that for 30 seconds, when 2008, when the market crashed, 2009, I was floating doing BPOs. 2011, I came to work with you here at CrestCore, and the reason why I think if you remember this conversation we had, I had already done new construction one trick pony. I had done BPOs one trick pony, and the one thing I came and said is, look, I need to find something that sells when the market's good and when the market's bad. And the investment product is it. When the market's good and the rates are low and everybody's excited, well, then everybody can get a damn loan for an investment property. So let's go get one. When the market's bad and nobody's loaning, my cash buyers come out of the woodwork.
Yep.
They literally come seeping out, and here we are, we're selling, we're buying in cash. So if you're, that's the thing. If you're willing to work and navigate through what's happening right now and stay after it, you'll always be able to find houses in scale. I never want to hear an investor tell me, oh man, it's bad time to buy. Man, that's weak and uneducated.
Yeah.
In my mind, bad time to buy. You just need a break. Just say, hey, I'm taking a break. Don't tell me it's a bad time to buy, because it isn't. Yeah. You need to buy a different way.
Yeah.
You just hadn't found the right opportunity. It's like, I don't ever settle like, on my team, it's like, hey, I couldn't get this done. Yeah. Well, let's just say you didn't.
Yeah,
there's a way you could. Yeah. You just didn't, right? So I'm that aggressive with the team members, and I'm that aggressive with you. I mean, if you're not out, don't tell me, hey, it's a bad time or it's the holidays or whatever. Just say I didn't feel like it. Be honest with yourself. Just tell yourself you didn't feel like dealing with it. 25 is going to have a bunch of big things. What else have you got to add?
One thing that was interesting about Memphis is I heard our mayor. We got a great administration that's doing really good things for the city, and a lot of good things happening in the city. I mean, like double down, triple down, quadruple down on the XAI. I mean, that's just awesome.
Yeah. Yes.
And the city's behind it and leadership, and that's great. But the mayor said that we are 38,000 affordable housing units behind.
Wow.
Behind.
What does he classify? What do they classify affordable?
Didn't get into all that. But the whole point, and they have policies to both increase income of people in the community and also increase the stock by building infill kind of stuff and more dense units on lots. But what I heard was 38. I heard there is a need for landlords to provide housing.
That was my only reason for asking you what the criteria was, because that's what I heard.
Yes.
There's 38,000 needs.
We
need 38,000.
That's affordable, and we don't know what that means. At $1,000 and under, probably $1,000, $1,200, probably the average rent. So I mean, it's in our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
It's in the wheelhouse of what we're used to. So there's opportunity to provide housing as an investor. Which is what you want.
Yeah, I haven't had any This is a slow time to rent, right? I've had 3 rented in the last 10 days. It's just a slow time. I got my market rent too. I didn't have to waiver off my market rent.
Yeah.
So I got,
I got a call yesterday from a friend. Hey man, we're looking for a place. I go to the website, check it out. There you go.
See,
there's opportunity.
I think you've got to look. 2025 is going to be that year where if you look, who knows what's going to happen? There's all kinds of things that could happen to shake us all up. Yeah. It does every year, but I'm here to tell you, keep your nose to this, to the grind. Keep looking for houses, keep trying to source deals, and you'll find that right one. I'm confident in 2025. It's be a little bit different. Last year's tone, I was probably a little anxious coming into it because you just don't know. But I mean, we're carrying 60 or 70 listings right now going into it, market houses that have opportunity. We're constantly trying to get more houses out. The buyer profile link has been just the biggest help in the world. It's just been the biggest thing for our investors to get that information. So I think good things are coming.
And I think you're going to say you also have one thing you did that I think is good for the viewer, for the listener, for you, the investor, and that is you've invested in your team. This year, and added to your team so that you can get more of these opportunities out to you. So that you can see them, assess them, make offers.
Some of you might have heard from Allie McAllister and Patrick Goffin, 2 great agents in the office with me every day. So I mean, if you're talking to them, you're talking to me. We meet twice a day. Every day.
Office right together. So it's
right
great.
next to each other.
All that to say is like you're set up.
Yeah.
You're investing in success for the investors.
Absolutely.
For you out there to come
constantly
and make offers, find deals. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Dean at CrestCore.com. If you have anything else, happy holidays. Share your favorite holiday story. Tell us to buzz off. We get a whole lot of everything on there. So I like a little bit of all of it. Happy holidays. We'll see you the first of the year.